You ready for some top 25 winners? If you're betting college football this week, you want to stick around. Top 25 previews. Here we go. 5 matchups this week where there's ranked teams facing each other. Penn State, Michigan, Oklahoma State, TCU, Alabama, Tennessee, NC State, Syracuse, Mississippi State, Kentucky. I got all your trends and your picks, and let's go. Kansas at Oklahoma. Kansas lost quarterback for the season, Jalen Daniels, out for the season. They're 6-0 ATS, 6-0-1 ATS. The last 7 is underdogs, Kansas. Oklahoma hasn't covered versus a winning team all season. 1-4 ATS, last 5 versus Kansas. But I got to think Oklahoma wakes up in this one. It won't be a blowout, but Oklahoma at home should get the job done minus the 8. No more than 8. Not really a game going to play. Minnesota at Illinois, number 24. Illinois, whoever wins this is in the top 25. Whoever wins is out. Bottom line, Minnesota's 4-1 ATS this season, 3-0 ATS as road faves since last season. 8-2 ATS last 10, Minnesota. Illinois 3-0 as an underdog the last 3. Back-to-back home games for Illinois. I got to think Illinois gets the job done here. I'm taking 7. It's going to go down by game time. I know that. All the smart money is going to be on Illinois late. I'm taking Illinois plus the 7. Penn State at Michigan. Already gave you Penn State early in the week. Michigan's 5-12 ATS versus top 10 teams under Harbaugh. But Penn State, they're 2-6 ATS versus Michigan under James Franklin. 0-5 is dogs. I'm still taking Penn State plus the points. Auburn at Mississippi. Auburn's 1-5 last 6 games ATS in the SEC. They've gone under the total 9-2 the last 11 on the road. Auburn, tough game to bet, but I'm going to back Auburn here against Mississippi plus the 15.5. I think Mississippi's overrated a little bit. They got the cover last week late against Vanderbilt, but I'm going to take Auburn plus the points. Iowa State at Texas. Texas 4-0 ATS at home this year. Iowa State, though, 9-2 is double-digit dogs. Early line move on this one, 13.5 to 16.5 on Texas. The last 7 games have gone 7-0 under between these two teams. I'm going to side with Texas here, the hotter team at home against Iowa State, who really struggles to score. NC State at Syracuse. Since 2019, NC State 4-13 ATS on the road. They're 3-9 ATS versus ranked opponents. Syracuse 4-1 ATS this year, 6-0 ATS their last 6 in October. But I'm going to side with NC State here. I think they get up and get the job done and get the outright win over Syracuse, who may be a little bit overrated. Vanderbilt at Georgia. Vandy since 2017, 0-7 versus top 5 ranked teams, 0-7 against the spread. And I think Georgia blows them out here. Georgia has a bye on deck next week. Nothing to play for next week, so they're going to give it their all this week. And I think they blow out Vandy here. Alabama at Tennessee. Bama, the favorite again. That's 77 straight times Bama has been a favorite in a game. They're 11-4 ATS versus Tennessee. Tennessee 0-5 ATS versus AP top 5 teams, and they're 1-5 ATS. Their last 6 is underdogs. But I'm backing Tennessee here against Alabama at home, and I think they could win the game outright. I'm not sure, but I think they're going to keep it within a touchdown. Oklahoma State at TCU. TCU perfect this year, 4-0-1 against the spread. Oklahoma State 9-1-1 ATS in Big 12 games, their last 11, and 6-0 ATS on the road. They're a money machine on the road. I'm going to back them here again. They're 15-4 ATS versus ranked teams as well. I'm backing Oklahoma State. I'm taking the points. Tough game, though. James Madison, 5-0 ATS. They're 3-0 as double-digit favorites. Georgia Southern turned the ball over 5 times last week against Georgia State, up and down the field. Real emotional loss for them. I think JMU, James Madison, the more focused team here, gets the cover. The line is 10.5, 11. That's what it should be. There's really no value, but if I had to bet the game, I'm taking JMU. Clemson at Florida State. Clemson 4-0 ATS, their last 4 versus Florida State. 6-1 ATS Clemson is versus ACC teams. But I'm backing Florida State here. I think Florida State, even though they had a tough loss last week, I think they get the job done this week at home against Clemson plus the points, plus the 5, I think it is. So I'm taking Florida State plus the points. Mississippi State at Kentucky. Kentucky 0-4 ATS following a straight-up loss. They came off a bad loss last week in South Carolina. They're 4-0 ATS versus ranked teams, though, their last 4. Mississippi State's monster on the road. They're 5-1 ATS, their last 6 on the road. Kentucky's banged up. Got to side with Mississippi State in this one. USC at UCLA. UCLA and USC is only 3-12 ATS as road dogs since 2015. Utah's solid 3-0 at home, 11-2 ATS in October. But I'm taking USC in this one of the best bets this week. I'm taking USC. I think Utah's been overrated all year long. That's your top 25 preview. Let's get them again this week in college football. We've been crushing it in college football. 6 straight winning weeks in college football now. Nobody's better. Let's get them again.